Good afternoon. I thought a good way to start this presentation would be to show you what we put together as a promotional piece for our new economic development efforts. When preparing for this presentation every year, there is so much to talk about that I really could go on for hours. But I want to be respectful of the time you are taking away from your businesses in the middle of the day. So I like to concentrate on the three issues that I believe most people find most important: finances and taxes, crime and police, and roads and traffic. You can see with this first slide, and slide being the key word here, that from 2007 to 2009, we had a serious decline in revenues. 2010 and 2011 show us slowly coming back. Then in 2012 and 2013, some major gains in sales tax revenue, and we are close to where we were before the recession hit. The slide on the left is our sales tax share from the state that every community gets. On the right shows the home rule sales tax we began in 2006, and I'll explain that a little more shortly. This next slide shows our 2014 projected revenues on the left and our expenses on the right. And any of you with good enough eyesight will see that the total dollars aren't exactly equal. I can assure you that this budget, like the previous 20, is a balanced budget. Some money not spent in the previous year's budget on certain ongoing projects roll over into the next year and will be used for final payouts. You can see with these charts that our largest sources of revenue are sales tax and water and sewer revenues. A lot of people don't know the revenues from water and sewer charges have to be spent on water and sewer projects. Property taxes make up only about 12% of our budget, and it should be only about 6 to 7% on your tax bill. The Village of Orland Park is a service provider. We don't sell product. So you will see that our largest expenditures are employee salary and benefits along with contracted services, totaling 51% of our budget. You will also notice our debt service is very reasonable at 11% of our budget. With a debt to EAV ratio of 4%, our debt is like having a $16,000 mortgage on a $400,000 home. We are in a great financial position, and our bond rating from Moody's and Standard & Poor's is still in the top 10% of the country. I mentioned earlier the home rule sales tax. As many of you know, we enacted that home rule sales tax to give us the resources for major road improvements and traffic congestion solutions. We also use the money generated from that source to give our homeowners a property tax rebate. Many new or widened roads were only possible because of our financial participation with IDOT or the County Highway Department. 143rd Street from Harlem to LaGrange. The new Will Cook Road south of 159th Street. New intersections at 143rd, 159th, and 179th in LaGrange. And Orland Parkway between LaGrange and Wolf Road, to name a few. One of the more impressive numbers, which I may have used in the past, is the total amount of dollars spent on infrastructure projects in Orland Park over the last 20 years. The village has paid $223 million to match state and county funds to provide $502 million in public improvement projects, averaging a steady $25 million a year in work over the last 20 years. And I will add that the beat goes on. The long-awaited $90 million LaGrange Road project starts in earnest very soon. Engineering is underway for widening 159th Street west of Ravinia and 143rd Street from Southwest Highway to Will Cook Road. And we recently opened the new 156th Street connection between LaGrange Road and Ravinia. Orland Park is a safe community. And I've always said that we have the best police department in the state. A good part of the credit has to go to the best police chief in the state. And it's hard to believe Tim McCarthy will be celebrating 20 years with the village this May.
The Orland Park Police Department's community outreach programs have resulted in a decrease in criminal activity at the village's many retail centers. Police Chief Tim McCarthy credits a number of department initiatives.
Well, we're real happy to announce this year that we had a 2.5% decrease in crime from 2012, and that comes on the heels of a 16% decrease in crime from 2011 to 2012. So over the last 2 years, we've seen close to a 20% decrease in crime. And on top of that, we had almost 90 less retail thefts throughout our shopping area in 2013 versus 2012. We had a retail detail, which is a mobile patrol of officers that go from one strip mall to the next, park their car, do walk and talk, and go on to the next mall. We had additional beat officers just walking through the mall, and we had our detectives working with loss prevention, trying to go after the more sophisticated people involved in retail thefts and frauds throughout Orland Park. So I think it was a very positive experience altogether. Our officers engaging with the public, getting information from them that helps prevent crime, and also just providing the presence that people like to see the police.
Shoppers of all ages choose Orland Park as their shopping destination.
What I like best about shopping in Orland Park is that the convenience where everything is located. We can get in and out of places easily. I can go to a furniture store, I can go to the grocery store, we can pick up a birthday present, we can get high tops for basketball, and we can do these things in a timely fashion and feel totally comfortable going in and out.
Whatever I'm shopping for, whether it be Christmas or a present or something I need for an event, it's always available to me and very convenient, being that I live in Orland Park.
As we're driving around from the mall to different stores, we just see the police officers out and about, and they come to the kids' schools and they make them feel aware that they're always there if they need them for anything.
I've always seen the police officers patrolling in Orland Park, especially when I'm at the mall. I see them quite often in the parking lots and patrolling. So I always feel really comfortable going to my vehicle, whether it's late at night or during the day. My daughter and I shop together a lot in Orland Park all the time. I'm always feeling very comfortable, and no matter where we go.
Orland Park continues to be one of the Midwest's most popular shopping destinations, offering something for everyone.
As Tim mentioned, the number of offenses are down, but just as important to me is the fact that when a serious crime is committed in Orland Park, we have one of the best track records at solving those crimes and making arrests. That word on the street has the potential to keep some intent on criminal activity from coming here in the first place. Last year I mentioned we were starting to concentrate on retail crime. I think this graph and the chief's remarks are indicative of putting a program in place, implementing it properly, and seeing results. I will also mention that the police department stepped up a public education program to lock your cars, resulting in 0 cars stolen village-wide in the month of December, which is unheard of. All our programs will continue in the coming years. The police department is doing a great job. Well, quite frankly, that's my big 3. That's the little report on finance, roads, and police. All sources of pride and with bright future in these key areas. For several years, I've mentioned the downtown development and our goals there. This last year took a huge step forward with the opening of 9750, a luxury apartment building. In less than a year, it's 80% leased and 75% occupied, which is way ahead of projections. You have heard me say in the past that this apartment building was meant to be a catalyst for further development in this triangle. While I wish I could mention names, I can only tell you at this time it's working. There has been a tremendous amount of interest in this area, and our staff is working with several interested parties on different proposals. We expect some major development in the triangle in 2014. The area on this map is what most everyone is talking about when referring to downtown. If you can see the map well enough, I'd like to point out that there is considerable interest in parcels A, B, and G, with restaurants overlooking the water feature at the north end of the triangle. Parcel C to the west of 9750 was always considered for future residential. The staff is working right now on an RFP so that local developers and builders can have a chance to be part of this exciting development. While this area is certainly generating most of the action right now, I would like to reiterate that we consider downtown to be a much larger area. Numerous plans and projects will be developed in the near future to tie the triangle with Old Orland, the Village Center, and the crossings on the east side of LaGrange Road, south to 147th Street. From trolleys connecting these areas to community events and projects to make this entire area more pedestrian friendly, we see these 4 quadrants as making up our city center and an area we will continue to work on and make everyone proud of. But this is a chamber event. So I will tell you that in business development, we had 117 new businesses open just last year, including some well-recognized names. Uncle Julio's, Bonefish Grill, Art Van Furniture, who is already expanding into the space next door, and Orange Theory Fitness, just to name a few. I am also pleased to have new doctor's offices ready to open on 151st Street in place of the vacant Red Tower Records. The Sam McGuire's vacant building will open soon as Square Celt Ale House and Grill, which is part of the Vaughn Group from downtown. And Canoe Club will be opening as a new Japanese restaurant, day and night restaurant and bar. Our commercial vacancy rate is one of the lowest in the Chicago area at 3.87%, compared to 8.5% in Chicago and 10.4% nationwide. As a businessman myself, it has always been important for me that the village be as business friendly as possible. There are times when we could have done more or could have done a little better, but we are always looking to improve. Recently, we did a business survey through the National Research Center. 9 out of 10 respondents to this random survey highlighted the quality of businesses in Orland, government performance, village services, and community features as excellent or good. Transportation, building permit inspections, street repair, and code enforcement showed as weaknesses in an area that we need to improve. I can assure you that those issues will be the focus of many meetings and budget amendments, and next year I hope we can show you that we have made improvements in those areas. I think you all know I can easily go on and on about our recreation programs and facilities, our open space program, environmental and smart living initiatives, special events, and awards received. And I know we just don't have the time, but I need to bring 3 last points up. This was one tough winter. And between the record-breaking cold, more than 70 inches of snow, thousands of potholes, water main breaks, and even a new term, polar vortex, I think our Public Works Department did an outstanding job, and I wanted to publicly thank them for the great job they did this winter. I recently created a new board committee, Economic Development Strategy and Community Engagement. This committee is chaired by Trustee Dodge, and we'll be looking at strategies to attract the businesses we need to provide higher-end, quality jobs for our residents. To team up with Trustee Dodge and this committee, I will be appointing a new Economic Development Advisory Board. If you or someone you know has an interest and a background that could help with our goals, please contact Lynn in my office. Finally, Jill Hodge and Kelly Calzaret in my office are working on numerous projects, but one in particular I wanted to highlight today. A major project to save and record Orland Park's history. We are looking for any and all old photos that we can scan and categorize. A new scanner, museum software, and volunteers are in place, and the work has begun. But we are looking for anyone that has photos we can scan, and if they would contact us so we can scan those and get them right back to you. If anyone knows of any memorabilia or items from Orland Park's historic past, let us know. We have heard too many times that someone just threw away boxes of pictures or some key items in Orland Park's past. I will end on this. This is a great community, and the board and staff work well together. But that's not enough. The 2010 census showed us with 56,767 people. 15,184 are retired, leaving 41,583 to do the work. 16,144 of those are 21 and under, and too young are in school, leaving 25,439 to do the work. 15,850 of those are sick or incapacitated, leaving 9,589 to do the work. 1,889 of those are in the armed services, leaving 7,700 to do the work. 300 of those are in jail, leaving 7,400 to do the work, and a good portion of them just don't want to work. That's why I need you.
We're so glad to see so many of you lovely people here today, and we'd especially like to welcome those of you from the Orland Park community who have chosen to join us at this time.
We sincerely hope you enjoyed the show, and please remember, Orland Park, no matter who you are, what you do, there's one thing that makes us all the same.